Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. So before we get it too far into today's video, get my tongue working here. If you would please hit that thumbs up for me, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button for me. It means so much to me and I appreciate it so much. So let's jump right off into it. What I'd like to talk to y'all today about is using large baits as a draw station for predators. I really like them. I like them a lot, especially late in the wintertime when it gets hard times for coyotes. You'll catch coyotes, bobcats, red fox. Everything will come to those large baits. And when I say a large bait, I mean anywhere between 300 to 500 pounds of bait, or even bigger. I've used 1,200 pound dead cows when I had to, and I like using beef, I like using pork, I like using beaver, I like using deer. Anything that a predator will eat is what I like to use. Now, I have had better luck, better success getting them to work those baits once you open them up, okay? And I mean take a knife and gut them. Don't take the guts out, but just open them up good. And then it's best if you can, if you're using something like pork or beef or deer, if you can drag that bait behind a four-wheeler, behind a pickup, behind a side-by-side, whatever it is you're getting into, if you can drag that bait back to where you need to place it, that seems to work the best for me. Not saying it has to be done, just saying that that's when I get the most action out of them. And I like to pick a place that's brushy, but yet kind of open a little bit, especially from above. All right, and there's a reason why I want that bait visible. I want that bait to be visible to the birds. I want those birds, the crows, the eagles, the hawks, the blue jays, I want those birds working that bait first. The reason being, coyotes key in on the sound of those birds hollering. Crows, they get in a big wad. You get a big wad of crows and they're working on bait, and man, they get to talking back and forth, and that's a lot of racket. Those coyotes key in on that noise. They'd like to hear that. They know that when they hear those crows talking, there's a kill somewhere, and they know there's food there. So you want to get that bait out there to where you're going to be trapping. I like to get it out there a week to 10 days, 2 weeks ahead of time. Check it periodically to see if you need to add more to it. Check it periodically to look for the trails from your predators coming into it also. And then once you've got them working it, once the birds and the coyotes and the red fox and the bobcats are all coming in there, working that bait, then go in there and start hanging your snares or putting your footholds in the trails coming into it. Now, it's not uncommon to hang 40, 50 snares on one bait. That's not uncommon at all. You're going to burn up a lot of equipment fast. That's okay, because you stand a chance of catching 10, 12, maybe 15 coyotes coming in there all at once, if you have that kind of a population. Now, the other thing I like to do is throw out what I call satellite baits, because not all coyotes will come in and feed at the same time because of their status within the pack. Okay, you've got subordinate coyotes, and then you've got your dominant coyotes. Those ones that aren't as dominant as the others, they're not going to let them come in and feed on the large pile. So take 10, 15, 20, 25 pounds of bait and go out 25, 30 yards and place it different directions away from your bait pile. That gives those coyotes something to come to eat. They're going to have trails coming into those smaller satellite baits. I hope I'm getting through what I'm trying to there. That way you catch all ages, all social status of coyotes, whatever it might be. You've got places set up for them specifically that you can take them as well. some other things, you can do. I'm not afraid to set in a big grass patch. Don't have to be brush there, just a big high grass patch. And what I do is I'll take my truck and I'll drive around it first, and then I'll cut it clear across to the set of tracks that I made going around it. Then I'll come up a little ways and I'll cut it again with tire tracks going the other way. Come around so that it looks almost like you've cut a pizza, okay, coming in there. Put your bait in the very middle of it, and then start setting snares in your tire tracks coming in towards that bait pile with your satellite baits out from there, and start hanging your snares. That works absolutely wonderful when you can do that. So I hope there's some ideas there for you that you can use. Don't be afraid to try things. Like I said, beaver carcasses work great. Just open them up. Go ahead. You've already skinned the beaver. Just go ahead and gut the dang thing. Get them gases and get that juice and everything flowing. And I think when you do that, you're going to have a lot better success by running your large baits. Guys, I appreciate everything you've done for this channel. I appreciate you tuning in to watch. Once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. We're signing out.